What's going on, everybody? Wild Time here with another weekly reset video. We're just going to talk about what I got in the vault. We're going to look at the weekly faded raid. We're going to look at the weekly affixes for dungeons. We're going to look at the weekend event or the week event. And we're just going to talk a little bit about opportunities for gold making if there are any with the weekend event. And what to expect in dungeons this week and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and see what we got in our vault. In our vault here, we've got the cranial recalibrator at a 304, and we've got the bracers of autonomous classification at also a 304. Now, the current weapon I have is a 304, so this, I think, it just depends on the stats, right? Because I currently have this, which may not be the best stats, but my bracers here are very low, 285. So later, I think I'm just going to go ahead and run a gear compare later and see which one actually will give me the best that I need. I'm actually running a gear compare right now, so we'll come back and check in on that. To decide what we want to get there. So let's talk about this weekly events. Last week we had the Burning Crusade time walking. We could make gold buying the pets from the fishing bag. This week, not really anything to do for gold making. Signs of the Emissary reputation from World Quest increased by 50%. So, I mean, if you want some world quests, if you're a world quest doer, then you get that extra percent. If you want to, focus specifically getting rep up for anything, maybe do the world quests. The hardest one in Shadowlands is probably the Enlightened, but there's very few world quests. I think 2 at the max 3 that you can do to earn that. So it may not be the best way to do that, but it'll definitely help you if that's what you're into and that's what one of your goals are. And then again here, the world awaits. You do the world quest, and then you get a commendation and some anima. So pretty lackluster for gold making this week. Raids. Faded raid is going to be Castle Nathria. So there's a gold making opportunity here. A lot of people in my Discord, which by the way you can join in the link below, and just a lot of people in general have been running raids and doing BOE farms where you'll go in, you'll kill trash, you'll loot to try to get a BOE, you'll reset, you'll go back in, you'll kill the trash, you'll leave, you'll reset, you'll go back in, you kill the trash. And all those BOEs are selling for like 50 to 100K and more sometimes. It just depends. So if you can get into a group doing that, that'd be a good opportunity to make some gold. I have not personally done that yet, although I think I'm going to try to this time. I rarely see groups for it up anymore, honestly. But I think I might try to do that this week with Castle Nathria. That being said, the world boss this week, the Faded boss, is going to be here in Maldraxxus, and it is Mortanus. And it's going to drop 285 gear, which is higher than what it normally does because of the Faded raid. So there's that. And then there are the dungeon affixes this week, which are going to be hard, I think. I think this is going to be one of the harder weeks. So what do we got? We got tyrannical, spiteful, necrotic, and shrouded. Tyrannical, the bosses are harder. Spiteful, this is one of the goofier affixes because it just slows you down, right? So they'll spawn and they will come after you and you have to kill them. If they touch you, they actually truck. They truck hard. I've seen so many melee die to these things. This is not a good week for melee if the melee is not careful because they'll spawn when your ads die. Sometimes they'll come up, and I've seen melee just get trucked by it. So you got to be careful with that. This is going to be a better week for ranged, I think. Now they do die if you CC them, and nobody in your group breaks the CC. So you can CC them and keep moving, and you'll stay in combat, but they'll die off. And then necrotic, of course, enemies apply stacking blight that inflicts damage over time and reduces healing received. This can be, I think, dispelled with some fancy stuff by paladins when they bubble and that kind of stuff. So that can be done by certain classes. They can help aid with this, but overall, this is going to be a bad week for tanks. Last week was what was last week? Last week was Grievous. That was really a healer week. This week is Necrotic. It's really like a tank week. You've got to know how many stacks you can take, and then when to back out from pools, and when to kite and stuff like that. Shrouded is shrouded, whatever. It's the most boring affix I've ever seen in Mythic Plus. You kill the guy that's typically on your path anyway, and he gives you a bonus. So whoop-de-doo on that, right? But that's what it is. Dungeons that are going to be harder than others this week. I think Grimrail can probably be a pain with the Spiteful, with the apparitions that come up. Any of the dungeons where you have tight quarters that you have to like kite these things, but it's real tight, is going to be rough. So yeah. Other than that, Necrotic is just no special pathing or anything like that. This week, I'm going to try to get some more 20s in. I have a few. I think I might go 20 Mechagon. Yes. I think I might go 20. I've done, let's see, what have I done? I've done Mechagon Junkyard. I think I'm going to try to go Workshop. That way I can get the port and just try to bring these up. Once you get Keystone Master, there's not really much. I mean, you can get some achievements and stuff, but there's not really much in the way of rewards. Once you get the mount, it's just pushing for pushing's sake to see if you can do it, just to see if you can have any fun with it. But, yep, that's pretty much it for the week. Not really anything too exciting. And it looks like my gear compare just came back. I can drag that over here and actually show you real quick. Looks like the bracers are going to give me the most DPS. And now this is raid bots, so obviously it's only going to do DPS, not survivability, but it's going to give me more upgrading those bracers than it is upgrading the weapon. So that's what we'll do. We'll get the bracers and grab all this stuff here later. I have another video planned about how to run raid bots, actually, so I'm not going to open it right now. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like World of Warcraft content. Thank you to all the current subscribers. I really appreciate it. Like the video. Helps me out a ton. And remember, it's just a game. Have fun with it. Comment down below what your goals are this week, what your plans are, thoughts, and that kind of stuff. And, yeah, just play the game. Have fun. And I'll catch you all later.